Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Reagan, and today I'm in a super fun place. I'm in Madrid, Spain. All I want to do is book shop, and that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to take you along to all the different bookstores that I want to go to. I don't speak Spanish, which is definitely a fault of my own, but that doesn't mean I can't enjoy all these bookstores. And I'm going to be keeping my eye out for some books in English, I guess. I'm really excited because I live in the US, so we get all the US covers of things. So I'm super excited to see all of like the UK editions, because I'm guessing that's what they have here in Spain. Pretty sure? Yeah, okay. Excited to see all these fun books, excited to see all these stores, and I'll bring you along with me. Everyone say hi to my awesome cameraman.
Hi guys.
He's not the cameraman right now because I've got my camera in my hand, but he will be.
That's true.
Also, shout out to Veer, my boyfriend, my cameraman, for living in Madrid and letting me come visit him and take him to all the bookstores, because I'm sure he could be doing other stuff right now. Bookstore time!
Bookstore time.
Really small, but it was really only used books. They didn't have any English books, which is okay, but lots of really cheap stuff and lots of really cool used books. Veer bought this map of Madrid.
It's in 6 parts, all of this size, so it's pretty big.
Pretty cool. Nice. These are crazy. These are so cool, so different than the American versions. Oh, I love these. Also, look at this. Big Swiss cover, amazing. I want them all. But I can't do it.
No.
Well, the thing is that I feel like I can't buy a different version of the series. You know, I gotta stick with the OG.
Yeah.
Even though these are better. Oh, these are gorge. We went to 2 bookstores earlier, and then we had to go to lunch, which we went to Ichikani. This is just the like postcard, I guess, sort of thing that they had there. It was like Japanese food. So good. I don't know what area of Madrid we were in. Do you know?
Salamanca.
Salamanca. So if you're ever in Salamanca, Madrid, you should totally go there. It was really cool. Before lunch, we went to Pasajes International Bookstore. I'm like totally butchering that, but
Pasajes Librería Internacional.
Thank you, cameraman. They had such a good selection of books, like both in Spanish, but then they had a huge downstairs collection of all English books. That was crazy. It was really cool. I spent so much time in there. But I ended up getting one book, which is Outline by Rachel Cusk. I've been wanting to read her books for literally so long, and I can never find them anywhere in America. So I was really excited to see her literal whole collection was there. Also, somehow I've managed to scratch it already. I don't know if you can see that, but somewhere in between buying it, eating lunch, and getting back home, I scratched the book, which is fine. I don't really care. Character, you know? Okay. Anyways, we just came home, we dropped some stuff off, and now we're gonna go back to book shopping.
Yay!
Yay! Also, this is my boyfriend and his sister's collection of books, and I love it. It's so cool. I really want this book. So I'll maybe be buying that here. This is also one of my favorite books ever, which I've never really talked about, but it's cool to see. Like, this is a different version. Oh, Veer bought this yesterday at the bookstore that's connected to the Reina Sofia Museum. And this is Before the Coffee Gets Cold, but it's in Spanish, and the cover looks really cool.
It's pink.
It is
I'm very
pink.
excited to read it. I like Japanese literature, so
Yeah, me too.
I'm excited.
This is Veer's first book purchase of the video, and I've got my Rachel Cusk purchase. But we're gonna keep at it.
2 stores, 2 books so far.
Yep.
Let's see what we get to.
Okay, voiceover. This next place that we went to was on a street full of movie theaters, and very fitting, this place only sold books and stuff, paraphernalia about movies and films. And it was so freaking cool. Literally one of the coolest places that we went to. It was just stocked to the brim full of books about cinema. There was a little used section also, and it even had a bar and cafe, which it was such a good vibe in there. It was really nice, and I don't know, I loved it in there. They didn't have anything in English, which was really sad for me because I really wanted to buy something from there. But that's okay. Don't need to spend money. But yeah, it was on the street that had like Hollywood stars, and it was just in a nice little area. The next place that we went to was La Central. I think that this is a chain, but nevertheless, it was still really nice. I wanted this edition so bad. Look at that.
Whoa.
Isn't that gorgeous? It's also illustrated. I just read this, so probably don't need to buy it, but it's really nice.
Is this the cover you have?
No,
or have you seen this cover before?
I've never seen it in person. This is the one that I have at home, but it's like ripped. They had a whole lot of English books and some cool curated selections for Spanish books too. A lot of cool covers. Okay, this next one I think is basically the equivalent of Barnes & Noble, but in Spain. This was massive and so busy.
Big store.
Yeah. They had a huge selection of English books. Nothing that really was calling my name, I guess. But they had like 4 floors. It was insane. So much stuff in there. Also wanted Magnolia Park's book, but couldn't find the first one.
Don Quixote. A little illustrated.
This is Don Quixote?
Well,
It's like rainbows.
this is crazy.
That's
this is like
really cool.
Don Quixote on acid.
It's really funny. Honestly, I don't really love this book, but this is a much better title. This next one that we went to, totally different vibe. It had a really cool old storefront. This was just a teeny little room full of used books, mainly in Spanish. It was just full to the brim. So cool. And then this place that we went to is just right across the street, and it's all new books. Pretty small selection, mostly in Spanish as well, but they had some really nice art books, which looked cool. Okay, this was one of our favorites. We stumbled into this one just because it said Libros on the outside. We didn't even mean to go in, but still super cool. The ceiling was so low, it was weird, and there was a kitchen randomly. We are in Libros para un mundo mejor. Guys, I can't speak Spanish. And we walked in here on accident, actually. But it is like the cutest little store. I don't even know how to describe it. We're in the basement right now. But upstairs there's like stationery kind of things, like notebooks, and like it's all used bookstore. And then you like walk up like another flight of stairs, and it's like this teeny little like
loft.
Yeah, loft, I guess, sort of place. And people are doing like a book club or book reading or something, and it's so cute. It's like so wholesome in here. And there's also a little cat that is in the store, and there's a dog too. But I think the cat is like the star of the show here. This is so cool. I'm loving it in here, even though I can't really understand any of this.
That's cool.
It's so cool. It's cool to like see. And this is such like a hidden gem.
I don't know if the camera like gets the
I
full.
don't know if you can really see the full vibe. This one we went into, it online says that it's a bookstore, but really all that it sells is like pop-up books and really cool little vintage looking toys and paper crafts. It was really cool in there, but not necessarily what I was looking for specifically as far as like readable books. But it is in such a nice little area too. This one, I think, is an all-English bookstore, and I'm so excited to go on. So. These are all. This section is all Greek. This whole section. I love this book so much. Cool to see the UK cover. Also, Sally Rooney corner. Very cool. This place had a lot of really, really, really nice books. A lot of stuff that I've seen online but never seen in person. I also really wanted that book, but I don't know why I didn't get it. Silly me. They had a whole back section full of used books too. I found what I was looking for. Well, not all the way, but this I've been looking for years, and this specific edition.
Perfect.
So I'm excited.
This is such a cute bookstore.
A new day, new bookstores. This is a whole book street. This is right by the Botanic Gardens and Retiro Park, and it is just a whole street lined with booths selling secondhand books. Some stands are open every day, but the big day to go is Saturday. That's when most of these places are actually open and have their books out on display. And I think this street has been a bustling little book hub since 1925, which is so cool. Next we went to La Mistral, which was such a classy little store. It had some very nice Spanish books and really beautiful collector's editions, and they even had a little cafe downstairs. This next one was a funny little used bookstore in a very touristy area.
There's a sign that says
What?
you're not allowed to pick up books just to look at them.
Oh,
Because they're so old and like fragile.
Oh my god, I do that.
I don't know, it's specific. Maybe it's just like some books, but it says no taking out books just to take photos.
Oh.
Because they're fragile.
Well, I think it's because a lot of these are like about sex. This next one that we went to was Desperate Literature, and I have more to say about this later, but holy cow, such a cool vibe. so it's been a few days since the first day that we went book shopping. It is now Saturday, and I think we originally went on Tuesday, so yeah, it's been a little bit. But the last place that I went into on Tuesday was the Secret Kingdoms, and that was an only English language bookstore. So, you know, being an English speaker, I picked up a few things because honestly, I've been looking for these specific books for a really long time, and I've never been able to, well, one of them I've never been able to find, which is Slow Dazed Fast Company by Eve Babbitt. I've been looking for this book for literally so long, never been able to find it. Don't know why all the places that I looked in the US haven't had it, because I feel like Eve Babbitt is pretty popular. But they had this one there. They also had a bunch of like Joan Didion and other books by Eve Babbitt too, but I just wanted to do this one. And then I also got Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. This, I really, as like superficial, or yeah, I guess as superficial as it sounds, I just wanted this for the cover because the ones in the US are so ugly. So ugly, and this is like a piece of art. I feel like people like this series, and the cover just intrigues me so much, and I love all of the covers of this series. I just bought the first one because what if I don't like it? I don't need all of them, but I just like to have this because I don't know, the US ones are so freaking ugly, and these are so cute. I think I've also read books by Stephanie Garber before. Oh no, I haven't. She is the author of the Caraval trilogy, which I also haven't read. And I don't know if I need to read that one first before reading this one. I think that they're like not really connected, and I don't think it will like spoil anything if I read this before the other, but I'll look into that before I start this one. This is Once Upon a Broken Heart. That was everything that I got on Tuesday, along with Outline by Rachel Cusk, which I showed earlier in this video. But today we went to a few more bookstores, I think like 3, and this last one that we went to, literally so good, might have been my favorite. This one was called Desperate Literature. This store is like, oh my goodness, it has such a good selection of books, first of all, but there were so many in English. It was like an English, French, and Spanish store, and they had a mixture of both used and new books. All of the new books that they had were just like such a cool collection of stuff, like things that I've heard about online but never seen in a store really. There were so many things I could have bought in there because they sound so good, but I exercised restraint and I only got 2 things. But the first one that I got was Han Kang's The Vegetarian. This I've heard so much about. She just won, I think, the Nobel Prize for Literature this year. Yeah. And then this book specifically won the Booker Prize, and I've just heard so much good stuff about this, and I love the cover. I've never seen this cover before. I think the one in the US has like a bird wing on it, and there was another one in the store that also was like a cartoony sort of thing, but I love this like art print. I don't know who that is or who that's by. Oh, cover artwork, Wet Hair by Petra Borner. I'm the worst at pronouncing names. It's actually like such an issue. Anyways, I'm really excited for this one. Also, it's so short and sweet, really cute. And then the next one that I got was When I Sing Mountains Dance by Irene Sola. While I was here, I wanted to get something that was either like set in Spain or was written by a Spanish author, and I think that this is both. That they had a section in there that was like Spanish and I think just like Latin American literature, I guess. And this one sounded really good to me. Also, the cover is beautiful. High in the mountains, Dominic was struck by lightning while out foraging. His family and his wife and their children grow up wild on the hulking summits of the Pyrenees Mountains, but the land is not theirs. It belongs to those who have long called the mountain their home. Mushrooms, deer, ghosts of the Spanish Civil War, and clouds. that are atop the mountains. As the years tumble by after Dominic's death, these inhabitants come together to bear witness to the tragedies that befall the family he leaves behind. Really interesting. I don't know, this kind of reminds me, like, I think that the vibe may be a little bit like Smothered Moss, where everything is kind of really magical and also interconnected with a mountain setting. Like, that sounds really good. Also, this I was freaking out about, actually. I opened this book. Oh, first of all, there's a lot of like really, really good blurbs on the cover as well from like well-known authors like Ali Smith and Max Porter. I don't know who Mariana Enriquez is, but I trust them too. But also, at this specific bookstore, they stamp the inside of your book, which I thought was so sweet. I've never seen a bookstore do that, but I guess that maybe is a common thing. I don't know. Nowhere that I've been before has done that. They stamped both of my books and they gave me a bookmark. Always sweet. But okay, when I was looking into the book because I wanted to see what the stamp looked like, I opened the first few pages of this book, and you know how books have like a beginning quote to kind of like start off, like set the tone for the novel, I guess. This has a page, a paragraph from Haldor Locksness's Independent People, which I talked about in all of my TBR books. Ooh, all of my TBR book video. This book, Independent People, is a book that I bought when I studied abroad in Iceland for a summer, and Haldor Locksness is just like maybe the most famous Icelandic author, and I bought that book because it's like the most popular Icelandic piece of literature, and I bought that because I spent a whole summer there, and I was like, while I'm in Iceland, I want to buy an Icelandic book. And my thought process when buying this one was like, I'm in Spain, I want to buy a Spanish book. And it just so happens that Independent People was the introductory quote, which is so crazy, so crazy. I literally freaked out about that. My words were incoherent. Oh, also, I got a bookmark, which is so cute. Also, this store, if you are in Madrid or Spain, wherever, or if you just feel like it, this store is like experiencing issues with, I guess, gentrification in their area, and they're being kicked out and being replaced with like tourism Airbnbs. So they have to move to a new location, but they don't have the funds to do so. So they're raising money so that they can move their shop, because their shop was amazing. I think that this was like I said earlier, this is one of my favorite stores that we went to. Oh, someone's outside. Well, anyways, we might be going to some more stores. We might not, but today was really successful. I'm really happy with these finds. Definitely check out Desperate Literature. I think they have other locations somewhere else. Maybe in like, I think it was like Santorini, Greece, and then somewhere else. I can't remember. Anyways, this is my little book haul. I bought 5 books so far since being here, which is a lot, but I could have done so much more damage. So we'll see what the total number ends up being by the time I leave here, because it could grow even more. Sorry, I'm not used to having a viewfinder, so I'm like staring into the viewfinder. My camera at home doesn't have one, so this is like a luxury, having a viewfinder, but it's making me not look at the camera. Pardon me. Anyways, excited to read all these. If you've read any of these, let me know your thoughts, because I am so excited. So excited, you guys. I love Madrid, I love Spain. It's been so fun to go around the city and explore and like see the Spanish culture, but the book shopping is amazing. Amazing, amazing. So much fun. Can't wait to read all these. This was just my tripod. A bunch of cookbooks. So that's kind of fitting. Whoa. I dropped the salt. Also, Fear, my boyfriend, bought 2 used books today, which is so awesome. I wish I was able to buy used books, but whoops. Good thing it's used. I wish I was able to buy used books, but a lot of the used bookstores only sell Spanish books, which makes a lot of sense, but that means that I can't read them, unfortunately.
On Sunday, we went to El Rastro, which is this huge, bustling flea market, and right off that street is this cute little bookstore, which was very nice. The workers were so sweet, and that ended up being the last bookstore that I went to, and I just enjoyed the rest of my time in Madrid. Please excuse the iPhone. The wind is absolutely howling outside, so hopefully I don't get that in too much. I am back home now from Madrid, which is so sad, but what is that saying? All good things must come to an end. And I'm at the end right now. So sad, but really grateful for my time there. I had so much fun. It's not even funny how much fun I had going to all the different bookstores in Madrid. It was just the most amazing experience being able to explore a city, but also finding all of the different bookstores that are available in the city. And there are so many that I didn't even get a chance to go into or even get a chance to glimpse. Oh my God, this wind is crazy. There were so many that I just didn't get a chance to go to, which is okay because I'm still super satisfied with the ones that I went to. There were so many cool bookstores. I was thinking of my favorites earlier, and it's really hard to kind of pinpoint which ones I liked because I went into so many, but I would say if I had to choose, it would be Pasajes, which I don't know if that's a chain. It was just so nice in there, and they had a whole downstairs full of English books, which I really liked. And they had like so much stuff in Spanish too. I also really liked Desperate Literature, which I went to just like on accident, I think. I don't even know if we were trying to go there. I can't remember. And then the one with the cat. What was that one called? I can't remember what it was called, but the one with the cat. Oh, I forget what it was. And I think there was another one that I really liked that I'm missing from my brain right now, but I'll put them up on the screen, maybe the names of the ones I really love. I ended up coming home with a great stack of books. I kind of already showed you in that last clip, but I'll go over them one more time just in case. So the last books that I got on this trip were When I Sing Mountains Dance by Irene Sola and Hong Kang's The Vegetarian. These were both from Desperate Literature. Then from the English bookstore Secret Kingdoms, I got Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I forgot that the reason that I wanted to get this book, yes, like the cover is beautiful and like I wanted it for the cover, but I saw this random like Reddit thread one day that was the best maps inside of fantasy books. And this was like a map on the thread, but they didn't have the name of the book, so I literally had to like cross reference, like reverse Google search this map because I was like, what is that book? I need to read it because this map is just absolutely gorgeous. I just love the look of this map. I don't know what art style this is. I don't know. I just really like it. Like the moon and the mermaids. This is just like really appealing to me. And obviously the cover. I think that the cover is so gorgeous. The one in the US, ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. But this one is really exciting. Also from the Secret Kingdoms bookstore, I got Slow Days, Fast Company by Eve Babbitt. I'm really excited to read this. I haven't read anything by Eve Babbitt, and I've been looking for this specific book for so long. I think I said that already, but so excited for this one. And then from Pasajes, I got Outline by Rachel Cusk. Again, I've never seen her stuff in the US for some reason, and I've just really been wanting to read her books for so long. She has so many books out. She has so many books. And I looked it up and I was like, what Rachel Cusk book should you start with? And they said start with the trilogy, which is Outline, and then I think it's Kudos and Transit. Maybe the order is mixed up a little bit, but this is the first one in that little trilogy. So really excited to see what this is about because I don't really know. I just love the like simplistic cover, but also the shell. Oh, gorgeous. And then those were all of the books that I bought. I ended up coming home with an extra book, which I wasn't planning on doing. This is The Cat Who Saved Books by Sasuke Natsukawa. You guys, I'm so sorry to this author. This is my boyfriend's book, who is who I was visiting in Madrid, and I had this since the last time I saw him. He let me borrow it. So I had it for probably like 3 or 4 months, and I just didn't read it. And I thought that the week leading up to it, I was like, ooh, I should read this, and then return it to him. I ended up having just so many other books to read in that kind of like 1 week span. So I didn't get to this, and I started reading it on the plane thinking, oh, I have like a 7-hour flight. This is only 200 pages. Maybe I could knock this out. Nope. And then the week that I was there, the 10 days I was there, I was like, ooh, maybe I could like read at night or something and finish it while I was there. That didn't happen either because we were just busy and reading. I didn't read really at all while I was there. There was one day that we went to the park and we hammocked for a bit, and I was reading this book, trying to finish it, and Veer was reading one of his books that he bought from one of the used bookstores. But I did not end up finishing it. Read it all on the plane, brought it home. The day that I got home, I finished it. So I was like, oh my God, I should have just left it there and read it like via the library or something. Like now I have to hold on to this until I see him again. Now I have this. So came home with an extra book, which was not planned, but it's such a beautiful book. It'll look nice in my collection. And yeah, that was everything that I got from my time spent in Spain. I had, like I said earlier, the most amazing time just exploring Spain. This was my first time ever in mainland Europe, so that was super cool. That was something I've been wanting to do for so long, and yeah, it was really nice seeing my boyfriend, seeing friends, going around the city, exploring, looking at all of the really, really cool book covers that are different from the US. And yeah, this was so fun. So fun. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you're from Spain, if you're planning on visiting Spain, if that's the reason why you clicked on this video, I hope that this is useful if you are looking for English books in Madrid, and even Spanish books. The books that I got were just all in English because sadly that's the only language I can really speak. I need to work on that. But yeah, hopefully this is useful or just entertaining in general. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Should I move to Spain, you guys? I need to get on my Duolingo streak so I can maybe move to Spain. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.